Alright, now for that was for the Kemetic people. I made a video for the Kemetic era of astral plane, astrology, chakra people. Now, the people who are in the political movement side, as being that, you know, over the years, we have all gotten to a point where we focused on diet, like, because the spirituality of ourselves does influence us greatly. But anyway, so we went for diet and our spirituality. We had an attack on Christianity when we first, the movement started. There was no Christianity, no pork, basically. We have basically, this is for the movement, we have basically pretty much won that battle. Christians, let's make the assessment right now. Christians are different. Christians are more movement oriented, they're more progressive, and things of that nature. People don't even hardly eat pork no more. Some people don't even eat pork or beef. People are already starting with that. So that deal is sealed. Now it's time for the movement to take up something else and begin to move forward with that. So what are you doing? That's the topic of these videos. What are you doing? Vision for yourself, your community, the nation, yourself, your family, the community, and the nation. Black men, what is your vision? I always ask sisters, like, why sisters? I mean, you can have a vision for you and that woman, but then you can also have a vision house, like, for you, that woman, y'all family, y'all community, and y'all nation. Of course, you may only make it to you and that woman, you only make it to you and that family, etc., etc. But you always have to keep the ultimate goal in your mind and in your actions. You know what I'm saying? So this is for the movement, people. It's like, I'm getting tired of y'all empowering white supremacy. I call it the supremacy concept because I'm not going to go from white supremacy to black supremacy. We need to end the supremacy concept, period. I know who I am as a black man. You know who you are as a black man. White supremacy shouldn't really affect you as much. Okay? So I'm just going to say, it's not like it doesn't, but we just elected a black president. So we all know that white supremacy is on its last legs. Racism is dying out in a lot of ways. There's no reason not to keep up the fight, but the form that the movement is still fighting it. You're fighting it from the 60s. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting it from the same mentality. You're fighting it from the same tactics and strategies. I like brother Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I've actually met Dr. Khalid Muhammad and been in like small forums with this brother. So that's just to say I understand, you know what I'm saying, the purpose of a lot of things that we do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's Dr. Khaled's method, like Louis Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Peace be unto brother Elijah Muhammad. But that's just saying, and Dr. Khaled Muhammad. But that's just to say that those tactics and strategies are a tactic and strategy. So, but just saying, I'm tired of y'all with the white supremacy thing. Because y'all are empowering white supremacy. Almost every time y'all open y'all mouth. And then it's getting, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when are you going to teach facts that have to do with us? Then when are you going to end with the action that we need to do? Because when I speak on minds, I give, you know what I'm saying, history, knowledge, and we need to be organized. I made a video called Organ Eyes, and I made it Organ Eyes just to touch the people that, they want they call it metaphysics. That's not what it is, but you know what I'm saying, they want the African symbolism up in what we do, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying, I don't mind putting the African symbolism in what we do, but that's just to say that as a movement, it's time to advance the movement. Okay, the same old, and then another thing is the egos. You know, I was talking about Jesus freaks on the other video, and it's like Christianity has affected people in a lot of ways because people still looking for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It's like they still looking for W.E.B. Du Bois against Marcus Garvey. They still looking for Dr. King versus Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? It's like Africans, I don't know when y'all gonna want to take over y'all own destiny. Like take over what we doing. We don't want one leader. We don't want two leaders. We don't want 3, 4. We want 10, 100, 200. You know what I'm saying? We want 400, 1,000 leaders. It's well over 40 million of us in this country. So to sit up here and say that we looking for one person who gonna be on television, nigga, y'all stupid. I mean, I ain't gonna get into it like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just to say that you still letting you sit up and talk about them all day, and then that's all you do. It's the same thing that they guiding you into. You know what I'm saying? That's all you doing is you want to try to follow their model for how you should be free, and that don't make sense. We already know that one of the reasons that Western philosophy, capitalism, or what have you, always only focuses on the leader and not the people is because they trying to dumb down the people. People simple. But that's just to say that you can have community influence. You can have self, family, nation, community, nation. You can have city influence. That's just to say that it's 50 states. It's at least 1 or 2 cities in every state that's predominantly black. So that immediately will give you 100 leaders if it's none but 1 or 2 in those cities. You see what I'm saying? So that's just to say that it's time to change the movement and give it some different characters, because this is the thing. Like everybody, like a lot of these cats out here, they just on some ego trips. I don't give a fuck about what you think for real, cause that's what he's saying. Like y'all in read and shit, nigga. I ain't even had a chance to read in 10 years. And that's just because we got different lives. You know what I'm saying? People go through different things. But that's just to say that I'm glad you're getting the opportunity to do the stuff that you're doing. But at the same time, y'all petty egos and trying to trip off y'allself is getting on my nerves, because we know we got weak people out here, and I call y'all weak, and that's just to say that because y'all want a leader, y'all want Jesus, y'all want somebody that y'all can follow like that. And that's just to say that coming from our, African-centered perspective, we have people that have follow, lead, regulate, participate. Our group of people did not follow somebody in that sense in a worshiping fashion, not somebody that you would consider quote unquote living flesh being. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to say that we're going to have to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to take this movement somewhere else, as in somewhere else in every way you can think of, somewhere else. And then that's just to say that our people going to have to, fuck it up and step it up a little bit. And that's all pretty much. But that's just to say that this was for the political movement side people who just focusing on trying to be the caricature out here, basically buck dancing around on TV or trying to be inflammatory or what have you, when now it's time for some. Because see, the thing is that you have to, our struggle has been generational. You know what I'm saying? It's generational, even if we were never put into slavery, even if we never volunteered for slavery, if we never came into any type of agreement, Africans with other people, to put us in slavery, we were never stolen and put into slavery. So that's just to say that in Africa, we still have a generational struggle. Each generation has to get better, do better. Inventions, material things like that. We know in spiritual enlightenment. and then bettering yourself as a person and becoming healthier people, healthcare wise. So that's just saying that we have to keep pushing the struggle further, and coming from the 60s, the Black Panthers in the 70s, and things like that, that ain't getting it. It ain't getting it. It's like all y'all doing is starting over with people who they may not have been enlightened. But the thing is they seeking enlightenment, but the enlightenment they know, it's already there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that y'all taking advantage of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they haven't been exposed to movements and things like that. A movement is different than an organization. An organization is something that's constant. It can direct, you know what I'm saying, the generational struggle. A movement is a generational struggle. Like, an organization can have a movement come out of it. You see what I'm saying? A bunch of organizations can get together and put together a movement. It's like a detachment. It's like if an organization is a company or organization is a battalion, you see what I'm saying? They can contribute forces to a regiment or what have you and create a movement that can direct the generation. But anyway, we're not trying to do the 60s over again. You see what I'm saying? We're not trying to do the 70s over again. This is 2010, and that's what we're trying to do for now. You know what I'm saying? Like Black Panther say, seize the time. It's time to seize the time. Peace, power, and war. And Hotep, all the rest of universal peace. And Israel lay to the African.